by the way,
out loud.
By the way, I was saying 348 play days, or 348 matches. That is very specifically to this season, including everything and not forfeits, not in general the history of PL. Yeah, there's a lot. 14 play days.
Like there's a lot.
Yeah, 14 play days per region, 4 matches per play day. You know, you go for those, and you're at what? 56 per region. You've got Latam.
We're probably well in the thousands since this game started.
Well, very easily. That's going to take a while to compile as data. So that's my next task for everybody watching. Here it is now, the breaching charge coming out, and it's all about playing well here as the Maverick. And
yeah, you need a well-practiced Maverick who doesn't blow his torch too badly.
There it is. There's the side. You go in, finish the bottom. The problem with this, though, is that you immediately get shot. So why?
Yeah, look at his little feet hanging out over the edge there.
Honestly, the easiest way is just start at the bottom and go to the top, finish it up, and go.
If you TCSG him in the feet, it's pretty easy death. Actually, Reduct, pretty low in health already. He still has all his crossbow bolts in hand. There's no Wamai being played, so he really needs to make sure to get mileage out of those before he dies. He's in actually a semi-exposed spot droning right there. He could easily be peeked on that window if they know he's there. And also damage done to Fellapox and False. So Team 1, while not losing any players, is certainly much worse for wear compared to MIBR. And there we go, a nice bit of damage from the TCSG. Potentially. Nope, maybe
is
not.
The Maverick still opening the wall?
He might be. He's really, I think he's using like a Zippo lighter to get it done.
There's 1 kill from Reduct and 2 for him. Okay.
All right.
He's just playing. Did he drop both inside of the lounge? There's a play, though, from Novi's, and the side is apparently open. Fellapox has gotten the wall done. And no, you're supposed to be ADSing, but there's 1 kill to deny the diffuser being planted. Bullet coming back in. It's going to be delayed here by the fire and the flames. He might be able to catch players coming in. He's got a nitro cell. Is it done correctly? Yes, nice. It'll nail 1 and drop the other on the floor. Close for Bullet here. Definitely doable. TCSG's a hell of a gun. They didn't even open things up. Really? Really?
Yes, really.
Inside for 40 seconds. The wall wasn't even open. One-piece suit for Devin. Get that image deep into your heads, people.
Why did they bring in the Kaed again, who was to try and clutch last time? Again,
he literally had no impact.
There are operators with C4 you could play as. Like, I don't know, maybe a mute to potentially help with this here. So, I don't know. A bandit would be fine, just because he's, well, I don't know. Like, I was going to say he's a little bit better operator in gunfights than Kaed, but that TCSG is pre-nerf here, and it is pretty nice. So, I don't know about that, actually.
I mean, you got your options. You still have a Maestro. You still have, you know, what other opportunities are possible for you? You got pretty much Goyo, for example, also that you can run in here. If you know you're going to forfeit the wall because there's a Maverick, might as well run the Goyo.
I'd almost rather you, if you had the Goyo Electric Claw, the shields at this point, you might get more mileage out of that.
Yeah, probably. There's just a tiny little peek hole.
Really, but yeah. Well, Skadinia first to go is the Zofia down, so that's actually a good start. Are they going to keep feeding drones here? Fellapox decides to just kind of peek it a little bit. No, actually, that wasn't his drone. Too bad the names don't hang out over the drones there. This, I don't know if this is helping too much, Luke, and I understand you're trying to make sure they don't need a soft breacher after, since one of your soft breachers died, but you probably could be doing something more useful right now. Although, you know, maybe see if Fellapox can actually get the job done this time.
Yeah, that's really the big question. It really is the most difficult part. You're just now, with the wall completely free for you, at minute 44, starting to work on the wall.
Oh, come on. I mean, we're just giving them a hard time because, like, this is something that, if you're going to be playing Maverick, you really need to practice. I understand it's difficult to practice, like, by yourself because you can't reinforce wall and burn it. You kind of need a buddy, but you can practice this sort of thing.
Just watch what Merc does and just do the same thing. He's so good.
Yeah, I mean, apparently Bagel taught him, so.
Yeah, that's what people say.
If there's anything he knows is toasting a bagel.
Well, is the wall open? Yes, it is. All right. There you go.
There we go. All right, Fellapox gets bonus points for this round. Despite losing Skadinia, they still can make this happen. 1 minute left, though, and all of MIB are untouched. And at least they spot Kaed, so Bullet could be taking one soon. We're going to just try and pin down the player here on the rafters. Fall's taking quite a bit of damage, though, trying to peek the doorway. They really need Capitao to burn him out. Capitao himself out of drones, as is Fellapox, and of course I mentioned Skadini as well. And then Lucan now not going to be doing any droning for his team, so this is actually falling apart pretty quickly. Almost hits Fellapox with the arrow, but Fellapox dies to Cameraman instead. Firebolt comes out, not really cooking anything except for burning time here as 30 seconds go off. It looks like Bullet does find the Claymore, goes for the peek out. Easy kill on a Reduct. It is now all down on the Falls, who is very low on health here. Claymore is at least deployed, but I think that was probably the one that was shot. So he is in a tough spot. He's got to find 5 players. Cameraman alone could probably kill him with just the smoke canisters. Not looking good here. Single TCSG shot, I believe, would be enough to down him as well. He's going to go for it. AR-33 in hand, and goes with him to the grave. Flawless round for MIBR. Despite Fellapox getting the wall open that time, didn't make as much of a difference. Cash finally going the way of MIBR. Yet we have yet to see a single Goyo, which surprises me.
Honestly.
So, I mean, the reason it really surprises me is if you're forcing them to play one-dimensionally by banning hard breachers, and they're going to come at you from one direction, why not have 3 to 5 shields to block that one direction?
Yeah. Playing, and if you're worried about grenades because you'll be facing a sledge, you just run a Wamai plus your Jaeger, stagger those shields correctly, which pretty much everybody knows how to do at this point. It's not something that's hidden away. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Yesterday, I don't know if you guys or anybody watching right now actually watched the game between TSM and SSG. But until the last 2 rounds, no Goya or Wamai were played, and SSG pulled them out. I mean, hey.
TSM were the ones who were against Goyo for a while, though, it seemed.
Well, SSG were the one that pulled it out, and reviewing it in the end, it really was the push that, SSG needed on their defense. So, yeah, I mean, they're banning 2 hard breachers. Why not play into it? It only makes sense. Honestly.
Sledge use here. It's going to make it a little bit easier. Of course, that's the one he's going to be able to get. Can't throw his hammer to get the second one. But they will have potential C4s to throw out those windows as well. See if Fellapox can do his job here on the hot tub. You just got to pace yourself correctly. That's the thing. I feel like there should be little classes in that, right? Like, I always joke that there should be like a cooking class for grenades, and there should be a cooking class for like creme brulee for the torch as well. Just because, like, it helps with timing, right? You need that 5-year coach or whatever to help you make sure you get your timing perfect on that. He can actually use it for castle barricades as well, so he could have, in theory, instead of having Sledge hit the castle barricade on the window, poked a little hole in it first just to be able to peek it and see if we catch anyone off guard. That was a little more effective back when it was a lot more silent of a torch, but still, could have been useful. They are going to have the hot tub wall open, though, and that is step 1 complete here. Now they just need to see if they can hold Jim and try and open up the wall. Now, they could have used the castle barricade on that Jim to leave that there and possibly start to use that to blow torch the bathroom wall. So could use that a little bit more to their advantage, but nonetheless, we'll see if they are able to do so.
And the Legion's been spotted downstairs in billiards, and he knows what's up. This is why you have somebody else watching this drone for you, or you don't leave it too much out in the open, what Skadini was doing there. And yeah, detected a bit too easily. You know where the others are. They're going to be sitting inside a cache and sitting in construction, as you can tell with Cyber. They can pick it at any point in time. That Legion has not been dealt with. You're pushing against 5 players that are all still alive, and you open things up here in Gym. Yes, there's that reinforcement that you can plant behind, but there's a smoke still alive. Cameraman is going to use up his utility, and there's a player already in Gym. 2, actually, but you haven't dealt with anybody from below. Lucan will take down Bullet. Nitro Cell, where is it? MK, hello? Hello? Oh, no, it's not even there. They're going to find kills. 2 falls. We'll get 2 of them.
Hello?
They just tried to push through the hallway and get kills. Why not use your advantage? Oh, Cyber now has the task of getting this done. And he's going to lose this out. M-King had already used his Nitro somewhere. And it's not going to matter. There's so many angles for him to watch. Lucan's on the floor. You can collect the kill, but it's not going to matter. You're not getting this one back. This is why a lot of teams nowadays do not put that reinforcement in the Gym. Great shot, but yeah, that's not going to be one for the highlight reels for sure.
Yeah, that reinforcement Gym that's so risky. I mean,
it was an old strategy when people played in Gym. You don't need that anymore.
No, it's all about just the footholds. It's nice to see Fellapox though handing off the Maverick as well to Reduct. We'll see how Reduct does on that. I do wonder, though, are we going to see the Monty play for, he could go to push, oh, actually, I just noticed Goyo as well. Good to see. But, actually, Goyo is a good counter to Monty as well, because, well, he can't walk through fire, so they can take advantage of that to stack up. If they know there's the Monty coming, they can stack up shields in garage where M. King's at to make sure he can't walk down that without having to go through a gauntlet of shields, as there's no Legion now. But nonetheless, he could also come through the cache doorway and help hold that so they cannot rotate anywhere. Or you can come up the cache stairs. There's definitely ways for you to play Monty in a variety of situations to pressure. And maybe this will finally allow them to have a bit more of a multi-dimensional attack.
So, this is apparently something that helps you breach through. It technically makes it a bit easier, but in my opinion, this is just lack of preparation. Not enough practice, as you've seen so many teams go through. I mean, SSG have gone through this wall between, you know, a Maverick, Thatcher, and a Zofia in under 30 seconds. With a Thermite, 11 seconds. Of course, Thermite and Hibana are not available here, but there are options to make this way faster without using too much utility. And yeah, sure, technically it saves you some time because the wall is already open, but it does expose you to gunfire, and you don't really want to be in that position, do you?
Of course not. They are going to drone down a lounge, though, and we'll see if maybe they actually go for a push underneath. Now, of course, you don't need to because you're not dealing with bandit batteries or things like that. However, hitting those shots below could definitely help. Also, clearing it out and just holding it in general, which is what Skadini's going to be doing. However, he's got to deal with Cyber, possibly going for a flank here. They also hit that. That's the thing, is he's also trying to make sure. Oh, I was going to say make sure they can't flank the Monty, but that's going to be the flank on Skadini instead. Nicely done.
Unfortunately, you always need either someone to help you or a drone to give you information. Sit someone on the drone. The Maverick has already done his job. Have somebody do this sort of work. Now people can double up. You don't have to care about the Monty. Just deal with the Maverick outside of this wall. Oh, good play
nice
from Lukid. That's what you need. But is it really enough? More discs are being thrown out by M. King here on the whammy.
I hope he's reading the shield. His papillons.
My papillon. Bullet's gonna get one on Lukid, so there's still Reduct that can come up at any point. There it is, and the Monty's gonna win it. Big man with a shield gets one, as Falls gets one more, but Bullet on the refrag, leaving Felipox alone. You gotta hold this ADS angle for how long? Nah, too long. Bullet.
Nah, too long.
Also, I know that they're opening up the wall here in servers to make it a bit, you know, easier for sound propagation, but when you know you're going to be dealing with a Maverick, it's kind of like it doesn't really do much for you, because what are you? You're not tricking behind anything. You're not doing anything against it, right? It just seems a bit redundant, but whatever. It's not really the end of the world. Rotational is going to be opened up here into garage. Usual reinforcements potentially. Are they going to dual reinforce this? It would only make sense.
Well, we'll get the 5 shield strat at least, because we'll get the Goyo plus 2 extra shields from the Wamai and the smoke, I believe. Although Valkyrie could bring one as well. I don't remember if it was C4 or shield coming out, but there we go. Thank you, Marcio. So yeah, Felipox, yeah, is the one bringing the extra shield there on top of Skadinia.
We're going to miss Marcio, aren't we?
Oh, so much.
Can we get a, you know, we love you, Marcio, in chat? This is...
Yes, please. I mean,
this is the last time he'll be observing, like, PL online this way.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he still has a future. I honestly have zero idea, but we are going to need observers in the future, so please.
Marcio, please. Thank you.
Don't make us observe for ourselves like Pinky had to.
Not with a controller, thank you very much. So, there's the Maverick opening up the wall. And we might be seeing more than just pressure here from the IQ on a garage. This is a standard way of taking cash. The diffuser's left in the back. The statue's going to pick it up at any moment now. There it is. And are they going to put in pressure from this jacuzzi side? It's something that will only make sense. EMP out. The wall hasn't been opened yet. Cyber's taking a lot of damage right now. And I'm just very curious as to how they're opening that wall. Can we take a look at that for a second?
How are they going to do it? They're bringing the first IQ, actually, which is interesting, but isn't really going to get them a whole lot other than possibly spotting the Valk cams.
Why do people open the top then the bottom?
Because for fun. I mean, it depends. Like, there's different risks to opening it either way, depending on like you don't really have to repel to get the top, so you can just get the top from a standing position, then get the bottom from prone, which is fine. But when they do it repel wise, it's a little weird to see. Yeah, that you possibly expose yourself a little too much. A little bit of a slow round though, as Cyber does take a bit of damage, but there we go. Nope. So Skadini with the first kill onto M King. That is Thatcher down. Maybe MIBR might not be able to pull off this round. At least certainly not going to pull it off flawless. Things are going to slow down as they have to deal with the shields now. 37 seconds left. Have popped some of the shields, but no damage done outside of Skadini here to Team 1. Possibly setting up for throwing grenades over top of the connector wall as well, but Navi's. There goes Skadinia. Finally finished off. Fellapox taking a tiny bit of damage as well.
Great pick off there to drop the Wamai. This is the opener you need. All the smoke canisters are being used up, and I'm not sure if Fellapox still has anything left. And there's one grenade that's been locked down. 12 seconds in, Cyber finds Reduct, but you have to rush in from behind. The IQ loses the gunfight to Lukin. A huge loss there as the diffuser is set on the floor. The Jaeger's going to be shot down, but it's also dropping the buck. And with a Zofia on the floor, it all ends in the trail of blood. Nothing coming in from server.
For Team 1 now, right? They won cash. Now they either have to go gym or try church for a third time. I mean, given that they were able to defend the top floor with a lot of shields, gem's probably the play for them at this point. Nope, church it will be. Final prayers. Maybe they'll finally pull it off this time, though, and keep this going. Is the Finka play real? Will Navi stick it? Certainly a possibility. There is smoke in play. No Legion, though, for the moment. Nope, it is Navi's just messing with us to bring out the Capital yet again. Reduct also bringing out the Wamai again. So they're going for a pretty shield-heavy strat again. Got to imagine at least the Wamai bringing a shield, if not the smoke again as well, for that good old 5 shield strat. 5 shields is especially strong as well with Maestro, being able to take advantage of a little bit of that shield play, as he used to have one himself before they took it away because he's so strong behind them.
So, what do Team 1 do in this? This is the site that is technically impossible to lose, if you ask me, given the current situation. All you have to do is just barrel down the hatches, and you can hold on to this for ages. You got still the Maverick, so it's a good play. It's literally only Heart Breacher available, but you have the Buck, the Zofia, the Thatcher, the Capital. You have everything that's required for this sort of take. Capital, as we've been seeing throughout this matchup, is an immensely powerful operator. Those smoke bolts and just being able to zone people around is so huge. But having the Wamai is obviously the biggest counter. You saw the Capital also using one of his bolts a few rounds back when there was a push down into Church again. And it was just caught immediately by a magnet from the Wamai. So you have the counters in play. It's just Team 1 just need to stop losing players early on. And it seems like they learned the lesson and they're just going to stick closer to the site.
Yeah. See if things work out for Team 1, because of course it's still map and match point. Now, this isn't a huge difference for Team 1 in terms of whether or not they win or lose. Right now, they are sitting in last place, and they can go over top of Black Dragons, but doing so won't give them any difference in winnings, because, of course, the difference between 8th and 7th is, well, the same amount of money. So really, Team 1 don't gain any money out of this. MIBR also cannot move ahead, so neither team will gain any money from this. However, MIBR, if they win, can block FaZe from overtaking them, which is still a difference of $500.
Yeah,
so there is
$5, man. You count it all, you know, taxes and all. Maybe that's like $60 in the end per player.
Taxes, man.
Look, man, taxes are important. Just ask Fresh. He's a he's a consultant. He knows about all this stuff. Hit up G2 Fresh.
He's a tax analyst.
Yeah, I mean, very important. You got to pay your taxes. Oh, there it is. Okay. Cameraman opening up as much as he can here in the floorboards. And still the same play from MIBR as we saw from Team 1. Have somebody push in from dirt. Shields are being put in that dirt tunnel just in case too.
No freebie on the main stairs from Reduct this round, though. Nice, Wamai, that's going to catch that. And there we go. I think Shield's going to go down finally. M King does take a little bit of damage. Got a little greedy on the peak, but he was trying to see if he could capitalize on the player running away from the nades, so probably worth it in the end. But keep in mind, they've got the diffuser with them here, which means they're trapped into committing to this push with this 2-man here. So they need to make this work and burn out all these smokes. 40 seconds left to do so. They burn at least 2 smokes and destroy a shield. So the rest of this attack needs to come out now. Cameraman starting to bait it out. Navis does take down Lukid. So starting to work out a little bit.
Capcom is on site. Cameraman's gonna get 1 and 2 also. He just walks into site and finds 2 kills.
Hello.
You can get however many you want falls, but it's not gonna be enough. The Nitro sails and there's nobody on the other end. Cameraman just finishes off Philippox and it's just over. How do you lose this so badly? Oh my.
Just like that.
7-3 for MFBR. 3 points. Any cash? Not really.